In recent times, there have been a number of instances seen in India where massive projects have been announced which do not see the light of the day. Massive projects are announced, approximate level of investment indicated, in some cases even foundation stone laid, and in some cases even date of inauguration announced, and then the promoters become silent, the projects do not materialize. Now, this is happening repeatedly. There are a number of instances that can be readily pointed out. For example, Neyveli Lignite Corporation in Tamil Nadu, which is now known as NLC Limited, announced with much fanfare that a methanol project from lignite would be set up by NLC Limited. Methanol is a much needed product in India, heavily imported to a level of 3 million tons per annum. At the same time, the raw material lignite deposits are adequately available in the country. Therefore, the methanol to lignite project was hailed as a game changer and said it could change the face of India in several ways. The company carried out a detailed market survey after announcing the project, initiated discussions with technical collaborators abroad, and then everything has become silent now. The project does not appear to be coming. Now let us look at the case of Chennai Petroleum Corporation, which almost have a similar experience right now with change of product mix after several years. Now let us look into this fact as what is the much publicized project of Chennai Petroleum Corporation. The Nagapattinam Refinery project of Chennai Petroleum Corporation was first approved in concept in September 2017, around 9 years back. The foundation stone of the project was laid by Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi on February 17, 2021, around 5 years back. The cost of 9 million ton per annum refinery complex at Nagapattinam was announced at rupees 31,000 crore initially. While the Prime Minister laid the foundation stone for the project around 5 years back, it was widely publicized then by CPCL that the proposed project would promote energy security and would produce high value added product. It was said that the project would convert crude oil into premium products, focusing on BS6 compliant petrol and diesel to meet the growing fuel demand in South India. The project also said that it would make also the much needed polypropylene. The project raised huge public interest and expectations and was widely covered in the media. It was said that the project would change the face of Tamil Nadu with a large refinery complex and would create an entirely new industrial ecosystem in the Carbon Delta region, acting as a magnet for downstream chemical products in the state. It is surprising that Chennai Petroleum Corporation has all of a sudden changed the project mix and now has said that it has to revise the scheme. CPCL now wants to change the product mix considerably after several years of conceiving and announced the project with much fanfare and publicity, and particularly after getting the Prime Minister to lay the foundation stone for the project 5 years back. Now, what is the original project scheme of CPCL? We will look into that. The original product mix was announced as BS6 grade petrol, diesel, LPG, and aviation turbine fuel, which have all much high relevance even today. Further, it was configured to produce polypropylene also, which is now imported in large quantity and has high level of relevance even today. It was further announced that additional petrochemical building blocks such as HDPE, LDPE, LLDPE, PVC would be explored later on. Primary processing facility for the project features a crude distillation unit, vacuum distillation unit, delayed coker, and associated hydro-treating and isomerization units. The project was positioned as a coastal refinery, and it was said that will utilize deep-seated single-point mooring, what is called as SPM, to handle very large crude carriers efficiently, based on and backed by rail and road connectivity. It was also said that the complex will be designed to be a zero freshwater consumer by utilizing captive desalination plants and will be powered using cleaner LNG as well as renewable energy to lower the carbon emission. The entire scheme was highly impressive, and even today, it has a lot of relevance for the India's requirement, both industrial and economic requirement. In spite of the reason, CPCL, for its own reasons, have decided to revise the project scheme. Now, the question is the original project scheme flawed and to be given up? Let's look into this. While discussing the so-called progress of the project, CPCL has said that the groundwork for the project has advanced. That's good enough, but that is not enough. The question here is, the problem is, what is the reason why it is flawed? That probably CPCL has not come out with any explanation. Now the latest announcement that CPCL is reconsidering the project scheme and want to change it makes one wonder as to whether CPCL was planning in vacuum when originally conceiving and designing this project complex. Such massive projects are implemented for operation for several decades to come, not for a few years. Conceiving and announcing such project schemes are normally done after assessing, from the long-term point of view, relevance of the product for several decades to come, non-feasibility of the product obsolescence, and with a careful assessment of demand forecast and price forecast and competitive landscape. All this should have been done by CPCL around 9 years back and 5 years back. That is what we hope. But then the scheme is being given up. Now, while looking at the decision of CPCL to revise the project scheme, one cannot be blamed if suspicion would arise as to whether the original scheme was flawed, hasty, and this certainly would not enhance the long-term corporate planning capability of Chennai Petroleum Corporation as well as Indian Oil Corporation Limited, which is associated with the CPCL. Now, what is the progress so far? Let's have a look at it after 9 years. While discussing the so-called progress of the project, CPCL has said that the groundwork of the project has advanced and the company has invested around rupees 1,000 crore primarily towards land acquisition and site development activities. And has said the boundary wall is now being constructed after 5 years of foundation stone being laid. Ironically, CPCL could say only so much about the progress of the project so far after several years. Now CPCL says that it is revising the project configuration and details of the revised scheme will be known only after some time. Obviously, one need to wait for some more time or even up to 1 year to get clarity. And then the question is, one wonders whether the foundations will be laid once again. After 9 years of conceiving the project and 5 years of laying the foundation stone by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, the project has come to such a stage of uncertainty and being revised. This indicates that years have been wasted, manpower spent has yielded no benefits, and preliminary investment made amount to nothing. Thank you very much.